This is Miss Jackson, Detroit's money making diva, aka Sherry, the boss lady, up and at it, giving you money making tips and money saving tips right here on AM 1440 WMKM. You can also stream our station live at gospel1440.com. That's gospel1440.com. And if you have a smartphone, go to the store and download the TuneIn Radio app. That's right, TuneIn Radio. We're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And for those of you who have Facebook, you can watch my broadcast live today. I am on Facebook, Sherry, Sherri, Jackson Caldwell, Caldwell. That's Sherry Jackson Caldwell. You can watch me as I broadcast live. Want to say good morning to those tuning in. Good morning, Janice Floyd. Thank you so much for being a faithful listener. And to all of you who tune into me every day, I'm so appreciative to the phone calls and all of the encouraging words and the engagements that I've been getting. Listen, if you want to contact me, my number is 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. And today's broadcast is being brought to you by Tamika Warman, who owns Cupcake Cuties. If you are in need of professional cupcakes, decorating, or candy tables, Tamika is the one you need to see. 586-216-5126. That's 586-216-5128. Tell us Sherry, the boss lady, sent you. And certainly we want to give a shout out to Mike Berry, Miracle Mike at Bob Maxey 4, our other sponsor, 248-837-0313. If you are in need of a new car, call Miracle Mike, Bob Maxey 4, right on Jefferson in the city of Detroit. It is now 7:01. The temperature is currently 67 degrees. We expect to have sun and clouds mixed today. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, but we should reach a high of 76. Listen, if you've been looking for a Bible bookstore on the west side, I want you to know there's one located right at Wyoming in Puritan. That's 15143 Wyoming and Puritan, the Lighthouse Bookstore. And their number is 313-340-1850. Want you to support that bookstore. It's black owned. Let's support our own. They have everything you need. So you pastors, you trustees, let us support our own. Want to say good morning to, I have a celebrity, I think, that just tuned in. Randy, is that really you? Good morning to you, sir. He's one of Detroit's best broadcasters. Love him, love him, love him, love him. All right. Letting you know the Universal Circus is still playing now through the 25th. You still have time to get down there, okay? Ticketmaster.com is where you can get your tickets. They also have a 800 number, 1-800-745-3000. If you're not on the internet yet, go to 1-800-745-3000, or you can go to Ticketmaster.com. Good morning, Vita. I see you. One of my former Burnett sisters in Christ. Love you so much. All right. Got a couple of announcements I want to give you. Let's talk about the job fair that's going down September the 30th at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Novi. It's the Hired in Michigan Career Expo. They are featuring recruiters from 60 companies. That's right. And they're asking that you come prepared with 50 resumes. I know it's resume, but I just say 50. But they want you to come prepared with 50 copies of your resume. Come dressed to impress. They're going to have people on site hiring in all areas, general labor, office support, clerical, IT, you name it, somebody's going to be there with a job for you. So you want to get down there September 30th, 9 to 3 p.m. in Novi, Michigan, the Crown Plaza Hotel. They do have a phone number, 734-956-4550. Now listen, every place that I send you to, you better tell them that Sherry, the boss lady, Detroit's money-making diva, sent you, okay? Because they need to know that. Now, they're also going to have some workshops there, how to get 2 job interviews daily, and how to answer interview questions like a pro, and mystery shopping, the new part-time career. You don't want to miss it. That's September the 30th. Crown Plaza Hotel in Novi, Michigan. Good morning, Mr. Krosky, my good friend in Pontiac, Michigan. And this Saturday, I'm going to be speaking at the Pastors and Community Leaders meeting at 12 o'clock p.m. at Kingdom Culture Church. That's 8809 Schoolcraft, 8809 Schoolcraft, Kingdom Culture Church. So if you or someone you know lives in that area, this is a great opportunity to get with the community, find out what's going on. They're going to have reps from all kind of nonprofit organizations, and you can get information on how to get those bills paid in the wintertime, DTE. All of that is going down this Saturday, the 24th, 12 o'clock p.m., Kingdom Culture Church. And I'm excited, going to be the guest soloist for the first pastoral anniversary of Reverend Roger Carson, Southern Baptist in Toledo, Ohio, this Saturday. So I'm excited for that. You guys pray my strength in the Lord. Good morning. I see Wilson James, my sister Aisha, and Beloved have joined me as well. Thank you for tuning in. Again, my Facebook Live page is Sherry, SHERRI Jackson Caldwell. That's Sherry Jackson Caldwell. I just appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. All right, what are people talking about? Terrence Crutcher. That's right. Yesterday, the police officer who fatally shot Crutcher was charged with first-degree manslaughter in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Last week, the officer who is white shot and killed Crutcher, who is black, after police responded to reports of an abandoned car. And I just read this morning that that police officer has been released on bond, a $50,000 bond. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But they found Crutcher, who was unarmed at the scene. The video shows him walking toward his car with his hands up. But the officer's lawyer says he was not following orders and was reaching into the car window when he was shot. The officer turned herself in early yesterday and was released on bond. The charges come after days of protests in Tulsa and Charlotte, North Carolina, over the shootings of black men by police officers. Earlier this week, Keith Lamont Scott, who was also black, was shot by a black police officer in Charlotte. So 2 nights of violent protests have led to the city's mayor imposing a curfew. We are happy to report that last night's protests were mostly peaceful. All right. So that's what's going down in these United States of America. Certainly we need prayer. Good morning to my nephew Mark. Good morning, Phyllis McCaskill is joining me live on Facebook today. You know, my money-making tip every day is tithing. That's right, tithing is the main key to financial stability. It is imperative that you tithe. What is tithing? Giving 10% of your earnings back to the Lord. You cannot afford not to tithe. Earlier this week, I gave you some information about working from home as a transcriptionist. Now, if you're interested in this type of work, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need an up-to-date computer, digital transcription foot pedal, high-speed internet access, an audio player such as Real Player, good quality headphones, and of course Microsoft Word on your computer. Definitely need a quiet place to work. Now listen, every topic that I give you, feel free to do your own due diligence, do your own research. Just like when you go to church, don't take the preacher's word. You have to do your own research. You don't just take the preacher's word that what he's preaching is in the Bible because he said so. You open your Bible and make sure it's there. Good morning, Les. I see you. All right, so again, I'm giving the disclaimer. I am not recommending any of these companies. I am simply giving you a few options to consider. There are many companies that hire home-based transcriptionist companies, but keep in mind that a reputable company will not require you to pay a fee in order to apply or request information about their positions. Now, some companies may require a fee for a background check, depending on the type of transcription company that is, such as law enforcement or something of that nature. But don't get caught up in a scam where people are asking you for money before you even get started, okay? Now, I want to just give you a heads up. You might want to try to take a typing speed test at home. There's so many free online typing tutor websites, so you can do your own tutorials and get your speed up to date. You can find out exactly where you are. Um, and that's an excellent way to make some extra money at home if you are already good in typing. Now, let me tell you, transcription work is not easy work. It will be work. So you will be working from home. So you have to be diligent. You have to be responsible, okay? And I'm going to give you three companies. That's right, three companies that you can look into. Speak Right, SPEAK, right.com. Then there's Casting Words, CASTING words.com, and then Transcribe Team. That's right, Transcribe Team. Now, if you missed any of this information, again, call me 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. If you want a copy of this transcript, if you want to make a donation to my broadcast, you can call the station later, 871-1440. And then I just started a radio club. That's right, a radio club. It's centered around financial literacy. And in the club, for a one-time $18 donation, you will receive a newsletter with so many money-making tips and ideas on how you can make money on the side, and just a great information about what's going on in our community as well. So for $18, you can join Detroit's Money Making Diva Radio Club. That's right, 248-633-8562. I'm going to get back to Meanwhile back on the ranch. That was a segment that I used to do a while back, and I'm going to bring it on back because there are so many topics that I like to expound upon, and eventually I'll probably start taking some calls to see what you guys are thinking. But I came across a very interesting article in the Michigan Chronicle, actually written by Keith Owens, and it's entitled, "Can Detroit Afford the New Detroit?" Wow. Can Detroit afford the new Detroit? The question, as Councilperson Mary Sheffield sees it, is not whether rapid development in and around downtown Detroit is a good thing for the city, because after so many years of drought, few would argue that this newfound desire to build big and beautiful things in Detroit is a bad idea. Detroit could use some big and beautiful things, small ones too, and I totally agree with this author, because a recent trip to Chicago, I really got the chance to look really good because I wasn't driving at the skyline in downtown Chicago, and I want to tell you, ours looks kind of bare in comparison. I mean, there isn't even any room to really see the sky in their skyline, and crazy enough, I still saw 2 skyscrapers being built. I don't even know where they found the space to build it, but I mean, Chicago is hot and popping, so we do need some development. But the question is, the author is saying, the really important question is, who will have access to this newly developed, big, beautiful Detroit? Who is this newly revitalized city being built for, after all? Is it for those of us who have been here a while, or is it for someone else? Well, I gotta tell you, I'm seeing a lot of people riding their bikes and walking their dogs, and they don't necessarily look like me, but you know, it is what it is. Gauging by the price tag, the rather automatic assumption is that the new Detroit we keep hearing about is unaffordable for the rest of us, and somebody apparently wants it that way. The steadily hardening perception of downtown and midtown, held by more than a few Detroit residents, that you can easily hear anytime you step outside of downtown and engage in some conversations. They are facing rental rates approaching $3,000 per month. That's right, $3,000 per month. And you know what? Even if you go in Palmer Park now, where you used to could get an apartment for like $250, there is a lady who has bought up a whole bunch of property. If you see the red window sills, those apartments now are going for like $850 and higher. So the question is, my time is running out, but Mary Sheffield, she wants to impose some ways that these apartments would have to hold some units available for those who could afford it. All right, so we're going to come back next week and talk more about this. My time is up, but I want you to keep it locked in for Evangelist Don Harris, who is coming right behind me with Power Up. Be back here Monday morning, 7 a.m., 1440. Hey, y'all. I agree, Phyllis. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Lee Kyle. Hey, cousin. Trina. All right, you guys. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back Monday at 7 a.m.